Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. We are looking at various documents and providing opinions regarding information that was released by the City of Moscow on July 23rd, 2025, representing hundreds of pages of documents from the Moscow Police Department's investigatory files into the crimes at 1122 King Road, which happened on November 13th, 2022. Would like to direct your attention to document or sequence number 131. This is prepared by Detective Brett Payne. He, of course, is the lead detective in the case and the author of the Affidavit of Probable Cause in Idaho versus Kohberger, which he signed on December 29th, 2022, directly leading to the arrest of Mr. Kohberger one day later. This document, 131, is dated January 26, 2023. The subject appears to be receipt of Mingles transactions. If you go to the narrative to obtain the specific details, it states as follows. On November 17, 2022, it appears this is TR, name redacted, of Mingles Bar and Grill, provided copies of all credit card transactions from Mingles for November 12, 2022. R provided these copies to MPD Reception. I received the transaction records on January 24th, 2023. On January 26th, 2023, I scanned the documents and digitally attach them to this case. The originals were provided to MPD Records. The certification indicates that I certify or declare under penalty of perjury pursuant to the law of the state of Idaho that the foregoing is true and correct. Signed by Corporal Payne, January 26, 2023. And reviewed by Sergeant Dustin Blacker, February 2nd, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could interject my opinions, comment, pure speculation here, just looking at this record. Number one, I'm wondering what would have motivated someone from a local bar and grill, a business, 4 days after these crimes to what appears to be willingly turn over some confidential records, all credit card transactions for November 12th, 2022. In my experience, this type of information is considered confidential by businesses. This has to do with their total revenues, the source of their revenues, the names of the individuals who paid via credit card transaction, and the credit card, presumably, information as well. For November 12th, 2022, this is the day before the crimes, ladies and gentlemen. Another question I have in my mind is, why did this business feel it was important to turn over this information 4 days after the crimes? There seems to be no information here, no details explaining that. The next area of questioning in my mind is what seems to be a delay in these records reaching MPD Reception, the Moscow Police Department Reception, where they were received, wherever they may have gone after that time. Or did they remain in the reception area, unknown at this time? We're seeing here that it wasn't until January 24th, 2023, that, in my opinion, the lead detective in this case didn't know that these records were sitting at the reception area, or at least had been received at the reception area more than 2 months earlier. But it seems as though this information had some relevance to the case, because we see here that Detective Payne himself scanned the records and documents digitally into the case, with the originals then provided to MPD records. So a lot of questions remain here that are unanswered with this very brief record. Again, pure speculation, opinions only in looking at this document. If you have any comments or opinions regarding the same, please leave them here. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.